never understand unless you walk in my shoes or wear my baggy pants. Only if I take time to explain my plans. Don't criticize the way I am.
29-year-old Melbourne rap musician and ex-crim Tarit Cholbol knows the inside walls of Australian jails very well.
Were you in a bad crowd then?
Yeah, man, I grew up, most of my friends, you know, been to jail.
How would you describe yourself in those years?
Worthless, man. Yeah, felt like shit. Sitting there, wasting time in jail, you know? Felt worthless.
Tarit's story is a common one among South Sudanese refugees. Aged just 4, he witnessed the horrors of the Sudanese civil war firsthand.
What was the worst part of that situation?
Is seeing dead bodies everywhere, you know, when you're young. Blood-soaked, drenched clay on the ground. People, animals too. You know, everything dying.
The war claimed the life of Tarit's father, a soldier. His family fled to a refugee camp in Kenya, and in 2004, they arrived in Australia.
When I came here, I thought I could just sort of fight at school back then. But, you know, it was different. It was very new for us. There was like culture shock, you know? Everyone was like, oh, who are these people? Where they come from, you know? Go back to your country, you know, shit like that.
Were people saying some pretty bad stuff?
Yeah, people were like, you know,
There was racism.
like, what are you doing here? You know, you black, this and that, you know? Calling you very awful things, you know? And to me, it got very annoying, you know? Like, first, I just left it alone. But when I got hit in the face, that was it, you know? I set it off. Yeah.
That was the beginning?
Yeah.
The beginning of a downward spiral for Tarit. At a party, he got in a fight and went on a rampage through the house.
Me and my mates, you know, we smashed up the place, we smashed people, you know, and someone got hurt. Next day, like, there was a girl, they say I hit her with a brick, and I was like, what?
More violent crimes followed, and Tarit spent 3 years in jail. That time behind bars, he says, has helped turn his life around. Tarit's recording these songs to share what he's been through.
If you don't know, don't talk, cause it's complicated. Go ahead, try and investigate it.
And hopes his words will steer South Sudanese youth away from crime.
When I was younger, I never listened to my family. And I went the wrong way.
Yep.
That's
it, man. Got it.
Okay.
If I could stop a youngster from hurting someone or from hurting himself, herself, from going to jail because I had messed up, getting on parole, getting locked up, coming back, you know, it's just a lot of wasted time, you know?
But with African gang crime escalating like the bashings at an out-of-control house party in Melbourne last weekend, it's going to take a lot more than words to allay the fears of victims like widow Elaine French.
So, Elaine, this is the first time you've been back here?
This is the first time I've been back in this area for 12 months.
Elaine is bravely returning to the Toorak jewellery store where she was attacked twice by African gangs.
Hello, mate.
For a moment, we're able to see Elaine as she was, with her cheeky sense of humour.
You come here to buy jewellery, or...?
I'm too poor. I can't afford to buy
Oh,
jewellery.
you've never been poor.
Yeah, I am. You've never paid me enough.
Jeez. God, it's on camera. You mind? No, no.
It's nice to see you
It's
smiling.
true.
It's nice to see you smiling.
Oh, it's a long time since I've smiled. I love this place. It was my life. And I hope I can come back.
How was it going back there?
Oh, I felt ill in the stomach. I thought I was going to pass out, as a matter of fact. I just felt nervy. and hoping nobody was following all of us in again.
If you saw one of those men again,
I hope I never see them ever again. I think I'd drop dead. That's how I feel. Because when I see dark-coloured people, that's how I feel. I'm going to die. And I have panic attack. Of course, can't breathe.
which makes what happens next remarkable.
Hello.
This is Tourette.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Elaine.
Nice to meet you.
Elaine is nervous, but determined to speak her mind.
I'll keep my hands under here because they're shaking. Sorry.
It's all right. Take it easy.
Nothing against you, Tourette's, personally, but I've had a fear of your nationality since this has happened to me. But my doctor said it might help me to meet you.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for having the courage and the strength to come here today to speak with me in front of all these people. I could see from when I shook your hand, it wasn't easy. And you shaking, like you said.
Shaking, yes. But Elaine is also angry at the young African men who took the life she loved away from her.
Well, what about the boys that did our robbery at the shop? What do you think about their decision? I mean, they're all out around the streets, and I'm very frightened to even go out of four walls.
Yeah, I understand. I can't, because I'm not a lawyer, but I've been to prison for my offenses and what I did, and I can tell you that I learned a lot from that.
You did.
You know, right now I'm here today, and I can tell you that I wasted a lot of my time too, valuable time.
They didn't bring you here to finish up in jail.
Yeah, I just want to thank you.
Been a pleasure.
Yeah, and it's just a pleasure meeting you.
I didn't think I'd be able to talk to you, but
I'm really happy that you did.
yeah. Well, I hope that you can get to talk to some of these young men.
Do the crime, do the time.
Yeah,
but
do
come
the
back,
crime.
Come back and try to do right. That's what I say at to the
Yeah.
end of it. Come back and try and do right.
Elaine told me meeting Tourette was a big step in her recovery. She hopes to one day return to work at the jewellery store.